Hello, welcome everyone to XB Innovation. Thank you for taking the time today. We're looking forward to giving you some new news and to tell you a little bit about our track record and the things that we have been doing. Just in case, I can switch between English and Spanish if any of you guys have any questions. So please don't doubt. You can also write in the comments and we will go answering your questions as the presentation goes along. So without further ado, let's get started. So, as we say, from Chile to the world, accelerating neuroscience research. XB Innovation is a neurotech company focused on advancing rodent behavior analysis, providing researchers with faster, more reliable tools for neuroscience. While our first project, Social XB, addresses the urgent need in behavioral analysis, our long-term vision expands into synthetic biology and bioinformatics, building integrated solutions for global bioscience research. So, my name is Andrew Justin Taylor. I'm a PhD candidate of neuroscience from the University of Valparaiso, also the CEO and founder of XB Innovation. And we also have Lydia Ledesma, Director of Marketing, today with us, and also Ignacio Munoz, Director of Sales. I want to give you guys a little bit of an overview of why the company XB Innovation was created. You see, in my first and second year of my PhD, I noticed that the track or the path that I was taking, especially with rodent behavior, was complex as I work with specific complex behaviors in reference to social play. There weren't any viable solutions in the market that permitted me to analyze the complexities of social play. Of course, you have our competitors, as you guys know, Ethovision and Animaze, which are very, very broad softwares in the market. They take up a majority of the market in Latin America and worldwide. However, today, the problem is you still have to do manual notations for many complex behaviors. And this takes up a lot of time. So the idea was we want to take this problem, which is not only costly in terms of time, but also expensive, and to ameliorate it. Basically, develop a software to automate with artificial intelligence manually annotated behaviors, a series of variety of manually noted behaviors. So this was the main idea to attack this problem. And therefore, I came up with ideas that we needed to bring XB Innovation about. And from XB Innovation, we formed the company, my partners, marketing, sales, technology. We developed a solution, which is Social XB, which we'll go more into detail now. And Social XB has effectively been groundbreaking. Our objective is to get to version 3 of the software, which is for automation, complete automation with artificial intelligence, which is going to be a hybrid-based software. So I'm going to explain a little bit more in detail about version 1, version 2, and our hope for version 3. So with no further ado, the current problem, as I previously mentioned, high costs and limited flexibility restrict access for many labs. Data analysis remains lengthy to manual notation with little integration of artificial intelligence automation. And furthermore, existing platforms or software such as Ethovision XT and Animaze offer only basic manual notation and tracking, but still require considerable improvement. So this leaves us with what we refer to as an opportunity to be the pioneer in innovation in rodent behavior analysis, developing a truly groundbreaking solution, a game changer for Latin America and the world, breaking the monopoly in behavior neuroscience tools, and finally, accessible and flexible solution offering a cost-effective and adaptable platform for researchers. Our motto is for us, by us, made here in Latin America for researchers to better improve their research at an effective and cost efficient price. So we're looking at a schematic. Gives you an overview, a table overview of Social XP versus Animaze in Ethivision. As you're able to see here, you see a V1 and a V2, which I'm going to go further into detail in a little bit. V1 is priced at $500, but we offer considerable discounts for V1, which all licenses, to keep in mind, are yearly, but we can equip the computers with customizable seats. So one license could get you up to about 4, maybe 5 seats for your computers, and that allows you to use the software on different computers. So we have V1, as you're able to see, it's 500. We have V2, which is at 850. And V1 is manual notated software, but has really improved in competitive features in comparison with Animaze and Ethivision, which I'm going to show you soon. As you see, it says advanced multi-subject editable configs, frame-by-frame navigation, undo, redo. V2, which is currently being worked on right now, and we're going to show you a little preview of what we've done so far. The beta version, we hope to have it by October. And V3, which I initially spoke to you all about, is our hope that we should be getting started by next year, which is basically a hybrid-based software, neural networks trained on a cloud that returns everything when you upload it locally. So it'll be integrated into Social XP. It's going to be a very, very, very powerful version, and we hope to revolutionize the market with V3. Finally, as you can see, hardware requirements are pretty limited, or rather flexible in comparison with others. Windows 10, Windows 11, we're working on Macs and Linux. Customization of behaviors, unlimited configs and edit mid-session. This is for version 1. User interface and learning curve, modern, intuitive. And finally, remote and for local support. We're able to get back to investigators very, very quickly in respects to technical difficulties or anything that they might need, which has been mentioned to us by a lot of our clients. And of course, scalability. That's what we're looking for version 3. So we're going to take a look at next slide. And as you can see here, benefits. We have version 1, which is an advanced tool for researchers with unparalleled control and insight in manual notations. Version 2, efficient and accurate detection and tracking to speed up research without compromising quality. And finally, version 3, scalable automation of behavioral insights using artificial intelligence trained on expert annotations. These are the outline of what we want to do. So we're going to get into showing you a little bit of Social XP. Here we go. And so what you're seeing right now is version 1 of Social XP, as I said, and we're going to take a look at some of the features of version 1. Here, I'm going to start off with adding in the configuration, where I can go to add setting, and I'm going to change the name. Social interaction. I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to go to edit. I'm going to add in some behaviors. Here I can add up to 3 different subjects. I'm going to add in the first behavior, which is solo, and it's going to be a mutually exclusive behavior. I'm going to add this to the hotkey 1, and I'm going to keep it at the color blue. So then I click save. Then I'm going to add in another behavior for subject 2, which will also be solo, but I'm going to change the color to differentiate. Here we go. And I'm going to add in another hotkey. So with these 2 behaviors for the moment, we can add them in from the settings menu, but when we go to the video, and important to make sure that I press select. There we go. So we're going to go to the video, and here what is very interesting and great about version 1, which we must highlight, is that we can add in new behaviors from the timeline itself. So, for example, for this, I'm going to add in sniffing for subject 1. And I'm going to change the color. And also a hotkey. And for subject 2, I'm also going to add in sniffing. And also change the hotkey. And finally, I will add in, there we go, a point event, which is what interests me for frequency. So for example, let's say rearing and point event. Oops, 1 second. Have to add in that. 1 second. Rearing. There we go. Must be here. There we go. And Q, subject 1. All right. There we go. So here, and I want to add one more behavior. For example, if I recognize freezing. So this will be a start and stop, just to give you guys an overview of how this works. And I'm going to save this. Perfect. Okay, so I start. First, I need to turn on recording, and then I'm going to start. And as I start, of course, I can have both animals noted. I can also stop it, as you're able to see here. And I have start and stop features. And of course, a notation for, and 1 second, rearing feature. Here we go. Now, this feature, I see that it's on mutual exclusion. So I'm going to change it, save it, delete it, and then now I can mark it in terms of frequency. With Ethavision, you couldn't do that, right? So benefit of this, of course, mutual exclusion, start and stop features. You can delete multiple recordings or notations at a time. And finally, you also have the ability, which is a very good feature, to advance in aspects of the frames, back and forward in specific moments, which is relevant. For example, the sucrose preference test, for those that know it, or other aspects. You can also, of course, change the speed in which the video goes from 0.2 to 3. And you can also, making the screen a little bit bigger, you can also note. Let me go back. Here we go. Here. And you can also note, for example, from here. So now I want to export the notations and demonstration. Export. I can export in Excel or in text. I'm going to export Excel for a second. Demonstration. And we're going to take a look at the exportation file. So here it gives you an overview, of course, whether it was frequency, whether it was time. And you can also see here, which is a very important aspect for those that work with electrophysiology. It marks the recording time. It marks the frame, binary 1 or 0 if the behavior occurred or it did not occur. And finally, here in details, it gives you many details in respects to what subject it was, 1 or 2. the behavior, the type of behavior it was, when the behavior started, when it stopped, duration of the behavior, and the frame in which it occurred, which is a characteristic which currently our competitors do not have. This is a really important characteristic for those that work with behavior that you guys already know. So that is version 1 of the software. And now we're going to go and show you a little bit of version 2. So that was just a snippet or small preview of version 2, which we are currently working on. It's in development. We're adding many other characteristics and features that are very, we can say, in comparison with Ethavision and Animaze, we are adding in features that rival them and improve in general the aspect of rodent behavior analysis. And we want to make version 2 as friendly as possible for investigators. We know that working with certain types of softwares, such as, for example, Animaze, can be complex, and we want the process to be as simple as possible. So that is the demonstration of version 2. And to mention, we have version 1 right now. The license for version 1 gives you the duration for 1 year, all of its features at $500 US. But we give discounts to investigators, so it's conversible or negotiable. And as we say here, a robust competitor for manual notation and rodent behavior analysis. We're offering a special offer. The first 20 V1 licenses for buying version 1 license, you'll receive a 75% discount off of version 2 upon its release. For further details and information on the seats, on the aspect of trial period for version 1, version 2, any detail in that regard, please speak with Ignacio, the Director of Sales, and he will be able to help you and assist you with that. So this is our roadmap. Version 1, we started in February of this year, and we finished in June. With all of the features that you currently saw. We started with version 2 recently in July, and we hope to finish in October. This is our expected deadline. And next year, we're planning in January to get started with version 3, and hopefully by mid-year, we have version 3 developed. And as I mentioned to you before, version 3 will be a type of hybrid software where you have a series of different algorithms that are trained on a cloud-based service where it connects locally with our version of Social XB. So you'll be able to, of course, do whether it's manual notation, whether it's detection and tracking for certain aspects of behavior, such as the open field or such as the elevated plus maze, or whatever behavioral tasks you have that require basically the 3 points on the animal: head, midsection, or back and tail. And for really complex behaviors such as grooming, such as those that work with social play or other complex behaviors, we will be training a series of complex behaviors through a neural network on a cloud, in which you just simply upload your video through this service to the cloud, processes all the data, and returns all the parameters locally. There's a lot of aspects that Re3 effectively will have, and this version 3 is has no rival or won't have any rival in the market when it comes out. So we're looking forward to working with all of the investigators that need this software, and we're hoping that you join us in this journey that we're embarking on, starting from version 1 into version 2 and finally version 3. We always look to help and potentiate your investigation and be a support for the community. So with that, and with your help, we can effectively conquer the world, which we're looking to do. And finally, we just want to say thank you for all of your support. If you have any questions, of course, you have my WhatsApp QR, marketing, and also sales, and we can address any doubts or any questions that you might have. Now we're going to pass on to a round of questions and answers through Ignacio and Lydia. And as I said, you can ask the questions in Spanish, no problem. For those that are a little hesitant in English or English, we're here to help. Just that. Any questions?
Bueno, yo soy Ignacio Muñoz, encargado de venta. Me acompaña Lidia también. Queríamos que nos vieran. Al parecer no hay ninguna pregunta en el chat. Sí sabemos que hay algunas personas conectadas, así que cualquier duda, consulta que nos quieran hacer, estamos acá para contestarlas. Si no, también en el QR que aparecía, ustedes nos pueden agregar. La idea es que todas las consultas que se les vayan apareciendo a lo largo de este día, ¿no es cierto? Porque ya, como vieron la demostración, es bastante amigable nuestro software y la verdad que nos ha ido bastante bien la entrega de nuestros trials, porque también tenemos versiones trial. Si están interesados, también podemos hacerles llegar alguna versión. Lo importante es que la mayor cantidad de personas conozcan el producto y sepan que efectivamente le puede ayudar muchísimo en el análisis de datos de sus investigaciones.
Gracias, Ignacio, por presentarme. Acá totalmente disponibles, si necesitan material o de pronto todo lo que tenga que ver con este webinar y podemos reenviar el material, acá estamos disponibles.
Ahí nos comenta Nelida López, que estaba inscrita, nos dice que lamentablemente no llegó a tiempo, pero si es posible ver esta presentación en otro momento. No se te escucha, Justin.
Yo dije que sí, está grabado. Entonces, como le podemos hacer llegar, también va a estar en el sitio web de nosotros. No sé si vieron es w.xbinnovation.com. Entonces, que cualquier duda, manda un WhatsApp. También que estén revisando nuestro sitio web. Y este webinar también va a estar vinculado para que lo puedan ver después.
Nélida, ahí escanea mi QR de Sales y háblame por WhatsApp, ¿vale? Ahí yo te apoyo y te ayudo en lo que tú necesites.
Así es. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? No, la versión aún no está disponible. Estamos en desarrollo. Esperemos más o menos en el mes de octubre que les tengamos buenas noticias. Funciona el programa para análisis de eventos de freezing. En eso estamos también, por eso. Hay que esperar un poco tiempo. Ese paciente falta casi, podemos seleccionar áreas de interés. Así es. Eso en el video no se mostró, pero sí se puede dibujar una arena. Ahora en ese momento se puede dibujar una arena, seleccionar áreas de interés para cuantificar tanto en cuanto al tiempo cumulativo, como latencia, como también frecuencia de entrada a zonas. Eso. No hay de qué, no hay de qué. Pero para eso hay que hablar con Ignacio para ver distintos temas de Social XP. Él está acá para apoyarles y de verdad queremos que todos los investigadores, por lo menos acá en Latinoamérica, que esté ocupando este software en su investigación. Entonces, que compartan las buenas noticias, que viene B2 en camino y que también, por supuesto, lo de B1.
Hay un dato importante que comentó Justin, que ahí dicen we are waiting, Paula, perfecto. Comentó que la versión 1 tiene un importante descuento a la versión 2. ¿Ya? Si nosotros vemos en cuanto a costos, ¿no es cierto? Porque indudablemente el ahorro de tiempo que conseguimos realizando nuestra investigación con nuestro software es indiscutible. Si ustedes también ven el descuento de la versión 2, comprando la versión 1, también es bastante llamativo y mejor que cualquier otra versión de cualquier otro software, para que lo tengan en consideración. Pero para eso, las personas que no lo han ocupado todavía, los invito a que me escriban, así yo les hago hacer llegar la versión trial, los ayudo a instalarla, les comento cómo funciona, con los acentos que necesiten, ¿no es cierto?, para su laboratorio. Y lo vayan probando ustedes mismos, ¿ya? Van a tener el apoyo postventa también, ¿ya? Durante estos 20 días, 25 días de trial que les vamos a dejar. Y la idea es luego concretar y que se queden con nosotros para realizar el análisis de sus investigaciones.
Dura un año. Pero también, como siendo que somos XP Innovation, siempre puede haber modificaciones. Entonces, solamente hay que hablar con Ignacio. Y
I'm
de verdad,
the man.
he's the man.
El hombre clave.
De hecho, si mal no recuerdo, una vez conversé con Vladimir, hace un tiempo atrás, efectivamente. Así que, Vladimir, te invito a que me contactes nuevamente.
Yes, yes. No, no en la espera. No en la espera.
Y qué bueno que empezaron a salir varias dudas, ¿viste? Estaba en un
Sí.
principio pensando las preguntas y ahí ya empezaron a salir.
Así es.
Bien.
Hoy también invitarlos a que nos visiten en nuestras redes sociales, ¿no, Lidia?
Sí. Tal cual.
Totalmente. Tanto en Instagram como en LinkedIn, YouTube. Y les vamos a poder facilitar más material también.
Ahí se recuerda a Vladimir de mí, ¿viste?
There we go. There we go. For us, by us. That's the concept. For us, by us. ¿Alguien tiene más preguntas? Okay, so with no further ado, yeah. Ah, ¿tienes otra pregunta, Nélida? ¿Cuál es? Te esperamos. Por el momento, solamente es para conducta animal. O sea, si bien en la versión 1, si hablamos de notación manual, se podría notar comportamiento humano, pero la finalidad de Social XP está orientado hacia investigación animal. Quizás específicamente en roedores, pero vamos viendo la posibilidad de expandir a otro modelo de animales. Eso. No hay de qué, no hay de qué. Eso justo, movimiento de dedos. Eso justo que sería genial, pero eso sería para la versión 3. Por eso, como hablamos de complejidad para específicamente múltiples puntos del animal, incluyendo los dedos. Pero mira, paso a paso vamos a llegar, vamos a llegar. ¿Alguna otra pregunta? No hay de qué, no hay de qué hablar. Entonces, queremos dar un agradecimiento por haber unido a este webinar y tomar el tiempo. Y cualquier duda, pregunta que nos estén contactando, esperemos que en una siguiente oportunidad de otro webinar que vamos a mostrar mucho más detalles de versión 2 y esperemos que nos sigan también en las redes sociales como Lidia había mencionado y no se olviden del sitio web de nosotros también, que es fundamental. Y estamos en contacto y gracias por haber asistido. Thank you for having assisted. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Take care.
Totalmente. Que tengan una excelente tarde.
Good afternoon, guys. Take care.
Chao, gracias.